My name is Liang Wang. I'm from Beijing. I'm now doing my own business, which is online bakery, which means we only have a central kitchen and we bake all kinds of like pastries and cakes, and we deliver all over the city in Beijing. I used to be a consultant working for McKinsey, so it has multiple offices all around the world. So I traveled a lot when I was working as a consultant, and I worked in many different areas. And by communicating and working with excellent business leaders, I really wanted to start something by myself and to design strategies not only for the large companies but also for myself. I've been thinking about start something by myself, but I couldn't make up my mind, as McKinsey provided very good scholarship for MBA, and it gave me the opportunities to return to the firm after upon the graduation of the MBA. So what really forced me to make up my own minds was the experience in Sichuan after the earthquake back in 2008. So I was on a project, a pro bono project, helping the Sichuan government to do the reconstruction works after the huge earthquake. And I visited a lot of entrepreneurs, NGO leaders, and also government people in Sichuan, and it pushed me to think what really makes a difference in the society and what fundamentally pushes the majority of people to help them improve their life. And I really appreciate all the entrepreneurs and local, like the private sectors that are working really hard to rebuild their companies, to help the local people. So I think doing business and providing more people a job opportunity and creating values to the society is something I really wanted to do, more than just being a consultant. So after I returned from Sichuan, I started to plan what I wanted to do with my business, and I founded Pie House in late 2009. So I've been doing that all along. First, I really love food and dessert, so I'm doing this business with my American partner, and he's started to learn how to do baked goods since 6 years old, and the two of us really have a common interest and a shared value, so we decided to work together. And I personally is a very consuming a lot in dessert before I start this business. I really I was looking at this baking goods in sectors for a long time, and also when I was doing projects in McKinsey, I did quite a lot of consumer goods projects. So I saw the increasing demand in mid to high end consumer goods, especially in the food sector. So I think this is a good sector, a growing sector to work in, and I have my passion in it. So that when it comes to a very tiring point, I would not give up so easily because I like what I'm doing. We bootstrapped by ourselves. We didn't take any venture capital or angel investors' money. So basically, we just invested from what we earned from our previous jobs. It's been quite tough, but it's our own money, so we really count every cent we spent, and it has changed a lot of of my lifestyle. For example, before, when I was a consultant, I would definitely take cabs in the city or take flights when I'm going to other city. But now I really try to take public transportation or ride my electronic bicycle as much as possible, or take trains to other cities when necessary. It's very difficult for you to borrow money from the bank if you don't have much like corporate record before. And like taking investors' money at this early age is not a very good deal to me, because we don't need like a huge amount of investment, which is not like like internet business or heavy industrials. So we didn't pursue these routes. Actually, opening up, even for us, opening a bank account is very, very difficult. I remember at the beginning, because our corporate financing is so small, banks simply don't want to accept us. So I went to like 7 banks to finally set up our own corporate bank account. I think what is indeed different is like our service is really wholehearted, because I myself trained every single staff, from the bakers to the girls who pick up phone calls, and to the delivery people. So I read a lot of customers' comments saying they don't feel they are dealing with like a company who are selling some stuff, but they're like receiving a gift from their friends. I think the most difficult thing for myself, or for a women entrepreneur, is emotion control, because I think in nature women are more sensitive or emotional than men. So I really have to like battle with my own emotions from time to time, like to control myself better, to overcome emotional difficulties, to keep my energy levels high during any time of the working hours. People do not always do things like according to the rules, which is good and bad. The bad thing is sometimes it's really unpredictable, and there isn't always a guideline for you to follow to start something. But the good thing is there is room for you to work with to make things potentially easier. And also, I think the competition here is quite fierce. So when there is an idea, if you don't do it, maybe in a week you'll see a similar idea growing up. And actually, there are a lot of money in China. Sometimes I think it's just a lack of bridge that investors are looking for, like young entrepreneurs, and young entrepreneurs are still don't know where to get their funding. So if you have the right idea and you have a funding resource, what you should do is to start as soon as possible. Otherwise, your competitors will steal your idea and start really quickly. For foreigners who want to start their business in China, my top suggestion is to get a Chinese partner, because I think no matter it's within the organization or between the organization and the customers that you are selling to, the most important element is the people. So you really need to understand the culture, understand the needs, so that you can actually start your business or maintain its growth.